Welcome back, my fellow members of humanity. We will be going away from Jachi now, and we'll start to focus on Zabi's group for the foreseeable future. Always remember to like the video if you enjoy my content, and subscribe so you can be up to date with all my stuff. Now, let's begin. Zabi, now finally recovered from his near-death experience of getting the parasite out, asks Heidi where the Terrans that saved him are. She explains that they started to show and feel symptoms of being infected, so they decided to take a walk as far as they can away from the new base. So not wanting to hurt anyone, they wanted to say goodbye while they were still human. She continues to explain that it is their way of sacrificing themselves, as long as it's for allowing others to live, and that's what gives their lives meaning. We then go over to a Gaia's Wrath human, Wane, who got some food for the group from the Crimson Forest, but a few of the people are skeptical on eating it since it's so raw. But a few of the other humans are loving it. Mecha likes eating it since they've mainly been eating rations, and these foods are high in protein.
Hey, I got you guys protein shakes.
Awesome, I love protein.
I know you love protein. I love protein too.
Yeah, protein rocks.
Are you guys talking about protein? I love protein. I love protein too.
We know you love protein.
Titan's Crowns humans are fine with it since it's not too different from what they usually eat. And Neo-Terrans are just happy to get something fresh to eat that's also not rotting or leftovers. Takuya inspects the food and gets his chef on, actually managing to make a decent looking meal out of it. Everyone can't believe how good it tastes, with Wane bringing a mouse corpse she dug up for him to cook, but Masayoshi, being the genius that he is, tells her to go put it back. So she throws it away from the camp, with a bear coming to retrieve it, and luckily it just walks off. They have also now started to set up solar panels to produce electricity for the camp, allowing them to also recharge their weapons. A girl from Lawless comes up to Zabi, basically telling him not to get too comfortable, and not to underestimate the Lawless enemy. He tries to explain to her that they should think more positively about their situation, but she then reveals herself to be one of the evil Lawless humans, saying that 1/3 of the humans here are lawless and that they have been waiting for them to drop their guard. The others can't believe it until she shows them that her knife is fake, and she was just showing them how easily the tides could turn. Then we get a little comedy moment when Glass asks her when she is going to eat her dog since he is taking up resources, and she tells him that they are not eating him since he is family. We then see some Lawless coming to the base wanting to raid it for resources and to be able to gain magic so they can become the new bosses. They get stopped by the guards, so they pull out something I was not expecting them to have: mind-controlled titans. Kayla explains to Zabi that they somehow repurposed the tech the robots use from their world to now mind-control the titans. Since they have now started to tear through their defenses, Zabi surrenders and gives himself up, since their boss wants to meet him to get more info on how to use magic. So before he is about to go, he explains to everyone that if negotiations go wrong, Masayoshi came up with a plan to use the parasites that they captured to sow more chaos in their ranks and lower their numbers. Zabi then gets transported to their base, meeting the boss, Rinri, ending the chapter. So on the Lawless side of things, there's a good amount to talk about. We got introduced to a few new characters, being Grig and Gisangi, who seem to be brothers who are in the middle to high ranks of the Lawless group, since they are allowed to test out the new Titans. And their lackey, Gout, who resents them both and will probably turn on them at the first opportunity. And then we finally get introduced and see the boss, Rinri, who is very much different than the others, being skinny and more calm looking. And it looks like he got some type of head injury that did damage to his eye. Now, speaking about the big developments with them, they have now formed a being that is a fusion of 3 different natural enemies. The base being a Titan, then they used the tech from Mecha Ordnance to augment them so they can control their brains, and finally having someone from the Lawless control them. With Rinri being smart, having a kill switch for them, just in case whoever is controlling them decides to betray him. I am most definitely looking forward to see what these guys do next. On humanity's side of things, 4 days have passed, and they have seemed to be doing well for themselves. And everyone from the different worlds have been bonding through food and survival, which is really good for team cohesion. And you guys know I have to glaze my king Masayoshi, since he had 2 clutch moments in this chapter. First being him noticing that Wane dug up another animal's food, so he told her to throw it back. And if that bear did come into the base, it would have been a low to mid-tier threat, since it could have killed some people, and at the least injured a few. The second being his great plan of using the magic barrier the parasite was trapped in to use it as a weapon. Either using it as a threat for negotiations, using it as a distraction to try to escape, or use it as a on-death weapon, since if Zabi dies, the barrier will drop, infecting him and causing the parasite to infect others in their base. And Igle also showed us that even humans can't be fully trusted, since the Lawless could infiltrate their group. She was teaching them a valuable lesson in this kind of setting. Then Zabi makes another self-sacrifice to cause as little damage as possible, giving himself up to the Lawless and having the resolve to sacrifice himself with the parasite if things go wrong. We will see how his talk will go with Rinri next chapter. So that's about it for now, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, it always helps. And make sure to go check out my playlist for the series, if you want to check out my past reviews. With all that done, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.